University. And when I went into the study, the clergyman who was then the minister of Great St. Mary's at Cambridge asked me where that hood came from.
Hey yo guys, you welcome once again to my channel. The name is LOVG. It's another day, it's another reaction. Well, this time around we're gonna react to Billy Graham. You see, Billy has been he was one of the best people who speaks message of wisdom to the people and to the society as well. But this story is one of the one that I truly love so much, which I think I need to share with our fans and our listeners, our viewers. I know you're gonna love it so much. Remember, this is Big Love TV streaming on the YouTube. If you're new here, what we do here is we do always react to music videos and other kind of videos that we think we really love, and our viewers will also love, and the request that is sent to us we also try to deliver to make our viewers so happy with this channel. This time around we're gonna listen to and watch Billy Graham message. This is 7 finest story of Billy Graham, and you're gonna love it. Let's continue on and watch this video.
Here that I heard one of my associates a moment ago call an admiral a lieutenant. And of course he was from the Army, and he didn't know quite what the emblems are for the Navy. But I heard about one fella that was in the military, and he was in the mess hall, and the colonel had come in and put some flowers on the tables. And the mess sergeant came in a little bit later, not knowing the colonel had done it, and he said, "Who put those blankety blank flowers on those tables?" And a very frightened private said, "The colonel, sir." And the sergeant looked a moment and he said, "My, ain't they pretty?" And so that's what rank can do. I heard about a fella in the Air Force, and he was had been taken in. He didn't want to be in the paratroopers, but they'd put him in the paratroopers. He was scared to fly to start with, and he was certainly scared to be in the paratroopers. And so finally they had to push him out of the plane for his first jump, and they said, "Because you're so frightened, we're going to put 2 parachutes on you. And if one doesn't work, the other one's bound to work, and we'll have a Jeep down there to pick you up so you won't have to walk." So they pushed him out of the plane, and he started down, and he pulled one cord and it didn't work. He said, "I thought so." And he pulled the next one and it didn't work. He said, "I thought so." And he said, "I bet that Jeep's not down there either." About a fellow that was riding in a propeller airplane, and the passengers saw first one motor went out. I've been on airplanes where motors went out and blew up, as a matter of fact. And finally 3 of the 4 engines were gone. The passengers were scared to death, and the cabin door opened, and the pilot appeared with a parachute on his back. And he said, "Calm down, everybody. Don't panic," he said, "I'm going for help."
It's been my privilege to speak here on a number of occasions, and I think on at least 2 occasions to receive honorary doctor's degrees. And it reminded me the first time I went to Cambridge in 1955, they told me to wear my robe and a hood if I had one. And so I picked out what I thought was the most prestigious one I had at that time, was from Baylor University. And
you see, I've already said Billy was like all the messages in the stories that he put out there it's like a lot of them are motivation, a lot of them are true stories that you really love so much, and I think this is one of the best compilation that we have. So let us keep watching and listening to the message and the story. I know you're gonna love it so much. I truly love it when I went through this video. I love it so much. So let's keep watching.
So when I went into the study, the clergyman who was then the minister of Great St. Mary's at Cambridge asked me where that hood came from, and I told him Baylor University, and he scratched his head and he said he had never heard of it. I said, well, it's the largest Baptist university in the world. Well, he said, I don't think you better wear it. So Dr. Honeycutt has presented me this morning as a doctor, and I suppose in a sense I am a doctor that does people very little good as far as physical health is concerned. But I heard about this dog down in South Carolina. He was a famous hunting dog, and they called him Preacher, and this fella used him every year. And one year he went down there, and they said, oh, no, said, we don't have a dog here named Preacher. Oh, he said, you must have. I've used him every year, but I did miss last year. Oh, they said, we did have a dog here named Preacher, but some fella from New York came down here and called him Doctor, and he hasn't been any use since. So, now, I had prepared a lecture for this morning entitled The Mission of the Church, but I was told yesterday by some very eminent professors here that it might be better if I just preach to you. I don't know exactly what the difference is, because I'm going to give probably the same talk anyway. But I remember Grady Wilson was out in West Texas, and he was preaching to the cowboy camp meeting, and one old cowboy came up to him after him and had very famous preachers there, 3,000 or 4,000 cowboys, and he said, Brother Wilson, he said, I sure do like your preaching. You don't give us no doctrine nor nothing. And that's about the way mine is going to be. I had, earlier this year, I had a debate at Cambridge, supposed to be a debate. It turned out to be a discussion with the former Archbishop of Canterbury on the subject of the mission of the church, Dr. Ramsey, Bishop Ramsey now. And I used to go by and see him many years ago when he was the Archbishop of Canterbury. In fact, I never went to London before I went to see him at Lambeth, and he would serve me some tea, and we had become good friends earlier when he was Bishop of Durham. And he took me to his little chapel, and he always called me Billy G. And he said, Billy G., he said, I pray for you every day. And he said, here's my prayer, that God will bless all the things you're doing right and overrule all the things you're doing wrong. And I said, Your Grace, that's going to be my prayer for you from now on. Now, you cannot be an evangelist without being controversial. And I suppose you can't be a theological professor without being controversial, or even the head of a theological school. The gospel itself is controversial. I found out in my travels, now I've preached the gospel in over 60 countries, that just the cross itself is controversial. But it also is the power of God unto salvation to all of those that believe. I want to take a text out of context, way out of context, if I might, because in the seventh, by the way, this Bible, I was asked already what this is. It's a Bible. And
you know what I had that I really love so much is he did mention that the gospel itself is controversial. So you can't be adventure without being controversial. I really love this. I love this so much. So I think watching this video, we could I think we can learn a lot from this and apply it in our life. And I think it's going to be a blessing to our daily life. This message can definitely change the life of a lot of people. So let's keep watching until we finish.
I got this in Paris the other day, and it's the new international version in paperback, and I hadn't seen one so pretty, and I thought that would be good to bring here this morning. to start my lecture.
You see, I really love this one so much. This is a special message from Billy Graham, and he was a very great man, and he was I would say, a great man of God who preaches the word through storytelling, and I really love him so much. I think we need someone just like Billy, just to lead us through. And if today is the first time of watching my videos, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and be part of the family, and also be part of the family. And to my subscribers, I say thank you so much for being part of us. We thank you. Those of you who have become a member of this channel, thank you so much for the support I've been putting into the channel. Without your support, this channel wouldn't have been where we are today. So keep watching and keep sharing our videos and keep supporting the channel till we get to the top, and you will never be disappointed. Thank you so much. Till we meet in the next reaction, I say God bless you and adios. Bye bye.